Welcome to Community Insight, the news that takes you above and beyond the scope. I'm Andre Hollywood Evans, and my special guest, NellieMae, and my other special guest, who is going to be telling us about her endeavors and her vision for Boston. She is an activist, an educator, and she's a candidate for District 5 in Boston. Please welcome Sharon Hinton.
Thank you, Andre.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Welcome.
This is wonderful. This is my first time. First time here, but
Yeah.
not first time with him. Good friend of mine. He left that out of the introduction. We've friends, good friends.
Oh, that's good. That's nice. So tell me, what do you do for for a living?
I live. That's what I do
What?
for a living. I'm so serious. I'm so serious. No, seriously, because and if you looked at my resume, I had to cut it down to 6 pages. I've been living and working for a long time. My father actually had my brothers and I out selling Christmas trees when I was 9 years old on Louisville Avenue. He's like, here's the deal. For every Christmas tree, you get 30%, and you can buy what you want. And I was like, but Dad, it's Christmas. Like, it's presents. It's gifts. You're not supposed to have to work for something. Somebody's going to give it to you. And he said, nobody's going to give you anything in life. If you want something, you're going to have to go out there and get it.
Absolutely.
We've always had this go out and get it mentality. And if you have something that you don't like, then be part of the change. You hear the saying, be the change that you want to see. We were always told not to just complain about it, but to be about it.
Absolutely.
And so I'm from that generation that in school you had to pledge allegiance to the flag, the assembly in front of the classroom, flag, and and black homes had like Jesus, white Jesus, and John F. Kennedy, Martin Luther King, right? And my father wasn't having that. I was in the Nation of Islam when I was a young child, and he was like, take that white boy off the wall. And when we were out there selling Christmas trees, he said, if a white man comes up here with a red bag to our house, he's coming to take something. He ain't coming to bring you nothing. Get out there and sell them trees. And I was like, my God, why? See, my dad. And but he actually has a plaque, Cornell S. Eaton, as one of the 65 civil rights icons that are around the Embrace statue in the Boston Common. He was one of the architects of Operation Exodus, which became Metco. But he philosophically differed from Ruth Batson and Ellen Jackson. He said this is a measure that we have to do as black people while we build our own schools, because they're never really going to teach us what we need to do what we need to do to to be liberated, to be free. So all of the things that I've done through my lifetime hopefully have led into my personal mission, which is empower my people. And my people have changed. I've got Malcolm on here, so definitely I'm talking about black people. But I'm talking about people who are human beings who want to make the world a better place than when they got there for everyone. So that means black, white, gay, straight, slip sliding, flying, gliding. If you're a human being, we have to pull together because this planet is being destroyed. It's being destroyed, the environment, the water, the air, the food. And so if we don't pull together, then we're going to be destroyed together. I mean, that's just what it is.
And how do you propose about going about doing that?
So I'm an educator. And I took a brief break from getting my doctorate in education from Northeastern University. As an educator, I wanted to understand how this business of education, because it is a business, got to be the way it is, and why is it so dysfunctional? We are in a global competition in an intellectual society. Like we went from, agrarian, where a lot of people were growing food, to the industrial, to now we're going to the intellectual and the digital age. But if we're not teaching our kids or we're burdening our young people, our students, with debt that they can't get rid of, we cannot compete.
Absolutely.
And Boston has more colleges and universities and hospitals per square mile than any place else in the world. Everybody sends their kids here. And we are training our competition to go back to their countries and compete.
Wow.
And we're losing. And so, excuse me, being an educator, I started off in music. My father's a bass player. But I also had the entrepreneurial side from my dad. And I saw people that were a lot more talented than me, frankly, singing and dancing, although we were all pretty good. But people were broke. And so it's like, let me go to school for business. And we can all sit here and sing and dance, but somebody's got to look at the contract, somebody's got to look at the money, and so that we all get paid, because this is not going to be able to sustain itself. So that along with other opportunities to teach and being an educator, led me being an educator for over the last 45 years in public, charter, private, colleges and universities, community colleges, major universities. And I just love to teach. I love people.
Yeah.
And so, Domingos DeRosa, I got to give a shout out to Big D, is the one who inspired me to actually think about running for office. I was not thinking about it. I was just thinking about getting my doctorate.
Yeah.
And, writing some books, some movies, or whatever, making some money, making my money make money. And he was the one that said, sis, it's not a democracy if there's only one person on the ballot. And at that time in District 5, there was nobody on the ballot, but there's an incumbent. So the assumption is at least that person is going to run for office.
Yes.
And it was a Sunday morning, and I thought about it, and we were out getting signatures for him, for Domingos Rosa. And so I said, well, let me go to church, 12:30 service, Jubilee. What up, Jubilee? And the message was about Esther and being born for such a time as
Yes.
this, being chosen
Yes.
for such a time as this. And for those of you who don't know anything about Queen Esther and the whole thing, go look it up, because we don't have time for that. But
Yeah.
so the message could have been anything, but it was that. About, you were brought to this point so that you could make a difference for your people, to help your people.
Absolutely.
And she was there for the Hebrew people. I'm here for the human beings, for the people in District 5, which is Mattapan, Rosendale, Hyde Park, and Reedville, which are all unique communities, but some of the issues are across the board.
That's true.
Housing, affordable housing, and lack of it across the board. Transportation issues across the board. Public safety across the board. If you're talking about health and wellness, environmental justice across the board. These are urban areas, urban primarily, and so with people of color, and you have a high percentage of residents in Hyde Park and Mattapan who are immigrants.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
ICE and all those other issues,
Yeah.
and people literally being snatched off the street in daytime, citizens and non-documented people.
Absolutely.
So you've got issues in terms of funding, you've got issues in terms of education, you've got issues in terms of the quality of life. And then there's the other issues that a city council could actually handle. So there's district city councilors, which I would be a district city councilor, District 5. And there are at-large city councilors that would handle all of the city of Boston. There's 4 of them. There's 13 altogether. Then there's the mayor, and then there's other positions. This year, the election, the primary is September 9th. So any district that has more than 2 candidates has to automatically go to a primary. And then you go to November 4th for the general election. So District 5 has 3 of us, and then we go to September 9th. Vote for me, Sharon Hinton. I'm number 3 on the ballot. The last will be first, the first will be last.
Good. There you go. There you go.
Only woman on the ballot. And there has never been
Oh,
a woman
really?
There's never been a black person at a city council at District 5. And I hope to be both.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Well, you have my vote.
Thank you.
You have my vote, sister.
Thank you.
Because I believe that you could nourish.
Thank you.
Yes, you could really, really nourish the people, nourish, as being counselor, you and Mr. Domingos Roses.
I love Domingos. We joke around. He's like my brother for life, even though he's my son. But the thing that I love about him is that he has a heart for the people. He comes from the people.
I noticed that.
Right. So he is straight, no chaser.
Yes.
He's an acquired taste to a certain extent. I ain't gonna lie. But I was actually working on his campaign when he ran last time for Adelaide City Councilor. And while we were doing that, I found out that I had actually donated to him when he ran before. Who knew? But, the thing that troubles me the most is that money is so involved in all of the political campaigns from the president on down to the local politics. And you need money to buy things.
Yes, you
the
do.
way it's structured. But if money gets in there and corrupts everything, then you don't get the right people or more people running for public office because they're eliminated, like they just did to Domingos, eliminated him from participating in a mayoral forum. All the qualifications he needed was 3,000 votes. So why isn't he in there?
Exactly.
So then you have these organizations that come up with these arbitrary reasons of why you can't be in the forum when all you needed to do is qualify. That almost happened to me. I found out through one of my allies in Roslindale that there was going to be a community and neighborhood forum, and they only had the other 2 candidates on it. And so I contacted them. It's like, there's 3 of us on the ballot. Oh, we're so sorry. Right. And so, there's an underside, and I understand how people don't want to be involved because it looks dirty. Then you see people that there's corruption on so many different levels. I mean, this man, I don't even want to give his name,
You don't have to.
the Orange Menace with the muskrats, right? Destroying our economy, destroying the Constitution he swore an oath to. And yet and still, with his criminal background, he couldn't work for McDonald's. He couldn't be a postal worker. And here he is, allegedly the most powerful person in this world, who's got a nuclear football and wreaking havoc.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
So when I said I could sit here and watch the news like everybody else, or I could do something, which is what my father said. Get up and do something. Somebody can treat you like a dog. It's up to you to act like one.
Yes.
And one of the most heartening but disheartening things was when we were out there getting signatures. And so you have your elevator speech. Hi, good afternoon, good morning. Are you a registered voter? Can you sign my petition to get on the ballot? Name and address. And a young lady told me, I can't give you my address because I've been living in a trailer. I've been living in a van with my daughter for the past year. Right?
Yeah.
But when I asked another sister who I already saw signing some of these petitions, can you sign my petition for me too? And she said, I hope this is going to be quick. I've just been diagnosed with epilepsy. It's hard for me to stand up. We're meeting people on the ground who are hurting. And I know that Domingos has a heart for the people. I have a heart for the people because we are the people.
Yes.
When somebody tells me they don't have money for the mortgage, been there, done that. Somebody tells me, oh, I'm homeless, been there, done that. Somebody tells me I'm disabled, been there, got that. Or I'm a senior. And each one of those groups of people are human beings, but they have specific needs that you can make a difference if you're a city councilor, if you're a mayor, if you're a governor, if you're in terms of the budget. I mean, the city council position is 2 years.
Yes.
Some of these problems have been around for decades. You expect me to flip that around in 2 years?
Exactly.
What are you smoking? Seriously. I watched Domingos over 6 years ago. He's been working on it for 10 about mass and caste. He and the coalition he put together is the reason why that was an issue the last mayoral election. And yet and still, I watch people claim credit for his work and then try to eliminate him from the room in the discussion. I don't work for anybody. I have my own 501c3. That's what makes us dangerous. He is his own boss. If he doesn't work, his family doesn't eat. So
Absolutely.
that's real, right?
That is.
And one day when we were out there, 7:30 in the morning, getting signatures, and then we're changing locations and we're on our way to South Bay, he stopped at his famous place, shout out Ideals on Dudley Street, and got some sandwiches. And we're going to South Bay to get signatures. And one of these homeless guys came up, hey, Domingos. And Domingos gave him his sandwich. I knew Domingos was hungry. I was out there with him.
Wow.
Now, I have to give it to Domingos. He gave the man a sandwich. I ate mine. I'm sorry. We met other people homeless down there too. They wasn't getting my sandwich. But I watched him time and time again. And so, people have told me, don't declare any endorsement for a mayor. How do I not? This brother's the reason why.
Yes.
And I've watched him, I watched grown men come up to him who are grown now, cry and say, thank you for saving my life when I was a kid. You let me in the pool, and it was the pool or the gang. Students, my students, former students, I've been teaching long enough, so my kids have kids, and saying, go ahead, Mrs. Hinton, well, why not? And that was the encouragement. When I went on Facebook, when I was about to pull the signature papers, and people were hitting me up as far away as Australia and France that knew me, and they're like, well, of course, what took you so long? And I asked my daughter, what do you think, baby? Because when I'm out there, your family, you're going to be out there too, possibly. And she's like, Mommy, I love this for you. This is what you do. So what? A couple more people will call us and ask us for help. What's the big deal? Go do it.
So I was saying to Domingos, take Boston back. Take Boston back. And we all, exactly, for the people.
For the people.
And it seems like obviously you all are for the people.
We have to be, because we are the people.
Yes.
I was just on the phone yesterday talking to the utility company to convince them not to shut my stuff off. I'm doing the same thing other people. It's like, so when they come to me and they say, can you help me with this? Yep. And I know how to navigate that because I had to do it. I had to do it for my neighbor. I had to do it for me. I had to do it for, right? We're on the ground. We haven't left it. We grew up here. I remember when Mattapan Square had a movie theater.
Yes.
And
Yes,
Blue
so
Avenue
do
in
I. I
Washington
remember.
Had movie theaters, right?
Yes.
And if you needed something in our neighborhood, you went down to Blue Hill Avenue. You didn't find, it was Dudley then, not Nubian Square.
Absolutely.
Then
That's
you went
right.
to Dudley. They had the Ferdinand's building. You could buy anything in the Ferdinand's building.
Anything.
Then you didn't really want to go downtown because they didn't want you downtown. So we could go to Brigham's and maybe get an ice cream or Woolworths and get a hot dog. But every place else, you want to look at something, they're like, oh no, look at it in the case. Or no, don't touch it. Or they want unbuzz the door. And I remember when we had to fight our way back across Columbia Road from the Strand Theater because there was this invisible line. If you went that way, you know it's a beef.
Yes.
And so there are still invisible lines, excuse me, still invisible lines that say this neighborhood is for you, this is not for you. This job is for you, this is not for you. This school is for you, it's not for you, right?
Yeah.
And so we have to have people, intergenerationally, the elders and the younger, I don't know, X, Y generation, Z generation, whatever. I know it's going to take all of us.
All of us. That's
The
right.
younger people, my daughter is a youth leader at our church. The younger people's like, Mrs. Hinton, Sister Hinton, what you want? They look at my campaign, they look at me, they look at Mingos. There were kids riding up to him on bicycles when we're down there getting signatures. Yo, Coach Mingos, what you need? My kids are coming up to me and they're hitting me up from out of the state and they're like, I can't vote for you, but here's some money. Boom, boom, boom. I pulled papers later than everybody else.
Yes.
Because this wasn't on my scorecard. This wasn't on my dance card. Oh yeah, and I want to be city council because I was part of the disillusioned people. It's like, man, these people lying, scheming, cheating. They vote, they get in office, they tell you all this stuff. They get in office, they do the same thing or worse.
So why don't the people, like you all are doing, going around talking to the people, encouraging them? Now, the thing is, when you get into office to be that city councilor, what are you going to do?
The first thing I'm going to do is go to the election department and make sure that all those signature sheets are in the major religions, major languages. I'm tired.
Okay.
Major languages. I'm going to represent, Lord willing, Mattapan, Hyde Park, Meadville, and Roslindale.
Yes.
Boston has the third largest Haitian population in this country.
Yes.
But I couldn't get signature sheets in Haitian Creole, or Cape Verdean Creole. I can get them in Spanish, I can get them in Vietnamese, I can get them in Mandarin, Chinese, and English. But I said I have a large group of people that may vote for me that can't read this because they said legally that's all we need to do.
Wait.
Yeah, I thought it was crazy too.
Wait. So you're saying that
you cannot get
they're
signature sheets to get on the ballot in Haitian Creole or Cape Verdean Creole right now because legally they're not required to. Yes, I know it's crazy.
Wait a minute, is there the reason why? And I'm thinking the reason why, because they're a large population in here.
Well, you know.
And you know why.
Have the complexion
that
protection.
That's where the votes are.
That may be some of the votes, but then you've also got immigration and ICE snatcher people. People are literally afraid to go out. Getting my doctorate at Northeastern, I'm in the library. I go in the library and it looks like Hong Kong and Mumbai. There's so many East Asian, Southeast Asian, namaste. And my fellow students were telling me that they didn't even want to drive their car and get stopped because people are getting snatched and getting deported. And it's devastating to their family. Their family has sacrificed for them to be here to get a degree. And if they get deported, they don't have the degree, they've got the debt, and they don't have a career. So there's voter suppression things that are done to disenfranchise everyone from coming there, right? And then you have the public examples of what they're doing to people if you do this. Recently I was at a function, which was public housing, press release, photo op for certain people. And I was surrounded by cops and told I had to leave. Yes, I thought that was crazy too. That look that's on your face was on my face. I was like, why?
Wow.
And I think, this is pure conjecture. I don't have any evidence to say one way or the other, that it was really a shot to warn Domingos to keep your people in line. Because I was there, it was a public event, he was there, and I was passing out some of his flyers. I just put them on the table. And I was told, this is a private event, you can't do that. I was like, okay. I went around the other side and I was just watching the event. And through the tripods, the news media, the major news media was there. And then I was surrounded by cops and said, you have to leave. I said, why? You have to leave. And let me tell you, the shocking thing was that there was news media there and they turned their lens away and they didn't pay attention to an elderly woman with a cane surrounded by cops being escorted out of a public event. And that's what is happening now.
Yes.
This authoritarianism is happening now. That's how Germany happened to their neighbors. All of a sudden they're getting snatched and it's like, well, it's not me. The narrative in this being perpetuated by the news media is it's them. It's not us. They're not going to come get us. Oh, they're talking about them. There are some bad Latinos. There are some bad, so they can't. So I'll vote for him because I agree there shouldn't be illegal people here either. Nobody wants criminals next door to you, least of all the people that are less likely to be able to protect ourselves.
Absolutely.
Tupac even said it.
Yeah.
You're dumping the criminals in our neighborhood. You're coming here with flak jackets and guns. We don't have any of that. And you think we feel safer? Because they're next to us? So, I'm a teacher. If people know anything, they're going to learn today. I'm going to teach them something. I went to a health forum that was held by the current incumbent. And I talked to them about the fact that the father of gynecology was experimenting on slave women with no anesthesia, babies with no anesthesia. And now we revere him and there's statues and everything about him, but look what he did. When I was in the workshop that we did today on environmental racism with 16 young people, I talked to them about how this government through USDA and public policies, governmental policies, did not support black farmers. And at one point in the 1920s and 1940s, there were over 1 million black farmers. And then it went down to 1.3%. That's by design.
Wow.
So when people just say, and it's a myth, just work hard and you'll get ahead, which a lot of immigrants come over here and think, oh, you all didn't work hard. We're the only ones who worked here for free for several hundred years and never got paid.
Yeah.
And you want to look at us now because you're believing, love and hoop-de-hoo on TV and all this stuff that the 6 corporations that own the mass media is programming you and your kids through social media and through mass media, which is why I love this in community media. You got to support community media. I don't care how you do it. Click, spend money, support it. We have to have this independent voice.
Yes.
That is part of having a democracy, freedom of speech, freedom of the press. Right now we don't because the press is owned by 6 corporations. So you've got this in a constitutional right, but what are you doing to support it?
Yeah, exactly.
And if they don't do it, when I say they, I mean us.
Yeah.
If you don't support democracy by being registered to vote and voting, don't just be registered to vote, but learn the issues and vote.
To vote, yeah. That is very important to vote because everyone's vote count.
Julie Mejia knew it. She won by 1 vote. One. So they can't tell me, oh, my vote doesn't matter.
Exactly.
She could tell you, yes, it did.
Yeah.
That's how she got to be at-large city councilor again. 1 vote. My daughter has always, when I was holding her and she could barely talk, I'm bringing her into the voting booth, right? And then when she could flick the switch, because they used to have the little levers, I'd have her do it and she'd flick it. Then when they changed it to just in the circle, she goes, Mommy, I want to flip the switch. So there was never an issue about, am I going to go register to vote? Never. Exactly. And so because we don't have civics in school that teaches the 3 branches of government, which we used to teach them, people don't understand the importance of having those branches and in democracy, the checks and balances. And they're just turned on the TV or not. They get, most people, especially our young people, are getting the majority of their edutainment, because it's not really news, and their education from social media, which we don't control.
Yes, absolutely.
That has its own problems when it comes to people of color generating content who are not being paid as much as everybody else. it's systemic. So when people say, and people have said this to me, do you not like any white people? It has nothing to do with that. Some of my best friends, they look like, my best friend in high school looked like Janice Joplin. I look like Angela Davis. I mean, so some of my, and we've heard this said about black people. Some of my best friends are black people. And that really meant something else. But my friends come from my family comes from every place else.
Yeah.
My grandfather was as black as this. And my grandfather was high yellow. And they had 17 kids that went that whole range. Southerners, be fruitful and multiply, right?
Yes.
That is part of the legacy of slavery. And so we bought into that whole colorism thing and too dark for a paper bag and all that foolishness.
Yeah.
Latinos are dealing with their own, they're not, I don't know if they're really dealing with it, but we're being divided as human beings from what makes us human.
Yeah.
How do I sit there and watch you get snatched by ICE and I'm just, what am I going to do? To sit there with my phone and be like, oh.
But it's just a shame. It is.
It's more, it's an danger. It's not just a shame. It's dangerous.
Dangerous, yeah.
When you turn, when Ming goes, how would I have looked at him knowing that he was hungry and he had this sandwich and this man, who knows, when's the last time he ate? He gave him his sandwich. He didn't give him half of it, he gave him his whole sandwich.
Yes.
And so I looked, I was like, wow. And I know that's how he lives his life. My daughter sees me. One of the best things is when people compliment your children.
Absolutely.
That's my girl.
Yeah.
If she wasn't my daughter, I'd want her to be my daughter. And I've heard people say to me, you're her mom? Oh, we love her. She's so special. She's so sweet. She's so kind. She's helping. We want to raise our kids to be better human beings. As women, we want to be strong women and raise strong women and strong sons, children that will make a difference to make this world better. But one of my students years ago at Northeastern said, your walk talks louder than your talk talks. Everybody's talking.
That's right.
Everybody's talking, but our kids are looking at us. It's like, are you doing what you said you're going to do?
Absolutely, no action. No action. Put those, put that words into action.
Like, I don't know, I'm believing in God and believing I'll be the winner, but I'm already a winner. When I show up and they see that cane, I've heard people come to me and say, go ahead, sis. I'm a senior. Go ahead, sis. Because people think it's so youth oriented. They think you get a certain age, all of a sudden you start looking ugly and your brain is slid out the side of your head. No. Au contraire.
No. Exactly. And you're proof right there.
Praise God. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah.
You don't look your age, sis.
Don't. Black people, Black women, we do not look like what we've been through.
Exactly.
To be as fabulous,
that's right,
as we can be, and showing these young girls, you ain't got to show all this, put yourself on sale.
That's
be
right.
Dignified, carry yourself like the queen that you
again,
are.
sis.
Brothers, carry yourself, pull your pants up. I don't even know people still doing that. I ain't trying to know you like that.
Exactly.
Be the
that's right.
that you are. You want people to value you. You have to value yourself.
That's right. Absolutely.
I remember when you went out in public, you were told by your parents, don't embarrass the family, and don't embarrass our people. There were repercussions and consequences. Sometimes it would cost you your life.
That's right. Absolutely.
But now, they just go out there and they do any old thing.
Anything.
I had to tell my students, I said, some of my female students, they'd have khakis and stuff, but they're so tight. I knew if they was male or female. And I'm looking at them, I said, baby, are you on sale? What do you mean? What do you mean, Professor Hinton? What do you mean? Are you on sale? You showing everything you got? You cheapening it. You're putting it up on the bargain. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I said, no man wants to be in his reception line to his wedding. And one of his boys come up and go, oh, that's your girl. Oh, I hit that. They don't want to hear that.
Absolutely.
So all these
that's true.
Telling you they want you to have experience. You're not a car on sale. They want to test drive you before they drive you. Come on now. See, we're going off now.
We sure enough are.
Unfortunately, we're running out of time.
Oh, sorry.
But we want to thank Sharon Hinton for being with us today. And, of course, NellieMae. Thank you for watching Community Insight. And make sure you check us out Mondays at 2 o'clock on Channel 15. And coming soon, Tuesdays at 7 p.m. on Channel 9 in Cambridge. And check us out on our website at thebeantv.com. We'll see you again next week.